Sales figures for the pay-per-view boxing fight between Francis Ngannou and Tyson turned out to be very low because they were so low. Ngannou lost by split decision to Fury on October 28 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. However, the former UFC heavyweight champion knocked out the Gypsy King. A debutant boxer knocking out a world champion is a sensational story. The combat sports world also gave a lot of praise to Ngannou following his action. However, the Predator's performance was not good enough from a business perspective. Journalist specializing in combat sports and professional wrestling, Dave Meltzer, revealed that the pay-per-view sales figures for the Francis Ngannou vs. Tyson Fury duel are very low. The numbers are really bad, said Meltzer as quoted by Bloody Elbow. Even way below an AEW event, probably only 10,000 in television bookings. The numbers are nowhere near the PPV sales of the Canelo or Nate Diaz vs. Jake Paul fights, he continued. This year, AEW, aka the professional wrestling event All Elite Wrestling, received PPV sales of between 100 to 150,000. The boxing duel between Canelo Alvarez vs. Jermell Charlo is around 650 to 700,000. Meanwhile, the Diaz vs. Paul fight generated 450k PPV sales. The performance of the Ngannou vs. Fury match was even worse when compared to the Conor McGregor vs. Floyd Mayweather Jr. fight in 2017. Like Ngannou, McGregor also made his debut in the professional boxing ring at that time. Against the undefeated world champion, the Notorious lost by TKO in the 10th round. PPV sales figures for the duel reached 4.3 million in the United States and around 1 million in the UK for a total of 5.3 million. With this comparison, Francis Ngannou would have to fight hundreds of times to reach the PPV sales figures of one Conor McGregor fight. However, there are several reasons that make Ngannou's fight sales numbers let down. The fight was held in Saudi Arabia at an abnormal time for combat sports fans in the United States. The concentration of PPV sales is also concentrated in England because of the Tyson Fury factor. As a result, fans in the United States can practically only watch via streaming. This explains why sales of television broadcasts are not large. It is also worth considering that the Ngannou-Fury duel has been fully funded by investment from Saudi Arabia. That way, the promoters may not push PPV sales too much because they will definitely not make a loss. However, the very low PPV sales figures could affect Francis Ngannou's future in professional boxing. If there is no funding like that from Saudi Arabia, perhaps promoters will think twice about featuring Ngannou again.